Confused by this scene?
I strove to be your vassal on the physical plane, to build mountains of bodies in your honor, to extinguish all life. And in my universe, this I achieved. In succeeding, I lost all purpose. What more could I have done?
Well, I think I have an answer for you. Hello readers and digital people, and welcome back to GP Reads. I am your host, Grant Reads. So there seems to be some kind of disconnect between the will of the Lich and the will of Golb. So what gives? Isn't the Lich supposed to be the last Scholar of Golb?
While the mortal world doubts and questions, I know exactly what I am. I am the ceaseless wheel, the last Scholar of Golb.
Let's take a closer look at what that actually means, and why the Lich was so off with his goal of ending all life.
We will sail to 1 billion worlds. We will sail until every light has been extinguished. I am the end.
But before we do that, real quick, let's highlight a comment from a past video. We're going to be doing this going forward, by the way. So remember to comment. Something Like a Ghost says, "Congrats on 1 million views." Thank you, Something Like a Ghost. I still find that extremely freaking crazy. How the heck did we get to 1 million views? Of course, it's 1 million views overall, but still, that doesn't even seem possible. On to the next 1 million views. Now back to the show. Golb is a willless, demonic, godlike entity that predates the universe as we know it. It is a being of pure chaos, floating throughout the multiverse and devouring whole worlds and universes at random. His chaos serves as a counterbalance to creation, so that no one universe becomes too overgrown and fills the cosmic space. His followers seem to have knowledge of the universe before it began, as shown in the episode of Adventure Time, Gold Stars. The Lich, using its powers, gives us a vision of an entire realm of golden monsters of eldritch design and power. We know for a fact that this realm existed, as some of these primordials survived into the current day of Oo in some form. Orgalord and Konkentepe, his living heart at least, being two of the more notable of these, and both being of a golden color. As the Lich stated,
Before there was time, before there was anything, there was nothing. And before there was nothing, there were monsters.
This is the core belief of the Scholars of Golb, and this eldritch vision alone was enough to drive the King of Oo and Toronto temporarily mad, as most cosmic knowledge of this scale does in Lovecraftian works.
This cosmic dance of bursting decadence and withheld permissions twists all our arms collectively, but if sweetness can win, and it can, then I'll still be here tomorrow to high-five you yesterday, my friend.
Now with this in mind, what would the Scholars of Golb be trying to accomplish? Well, if we look back to the vision, the world before time was completely overgrown with monsters. The void itself filled to the brim with no room left for anything else.
You scattered the dark mist that lay before your eyes.
You!
And flapping your wings, you whirred about and through this
Hey,
world
Lich!
you pure.
What?
I believe that the scholars felt that our current multiverse was becoming too overrun and was on the same path. Therefore, to stop this, they had to cull the current life in the universe, forcing a reset from nothing, as Golb had most likely done before with the Golden Sea of Monsters. There were two grave miscalculations here, however. The first being that Golb still existed. So, if the universe was truly ready to be reset, Golb would have devoured it itself. Golb seems to operate as a force of nature, and never asked for help. This makes me think that the scholars had ulterior motives, perhaps. Maybe they wanted something in exchange for doing a good job for Golb. Maybe for the next world to be sculpted in their image, or for them to be rulers in the next world. Well, regardless, we see what that got them. Pretty sure all of these little shapes are the Scholars of Golb. The second miscalculation comes from the very act itself. Golb may have wiped out most of the world of monsters, but we know for a fact that it didn't wipe out everything. If it had, Orgalord and the other golden primordials wouldn't be around today. Although it was an act from orderless chaos, the natural flow of destruction that Golb brought with it provided the perfect balance of natural selection for a new universe to slowly form from the rubble, one of a less destructive and overcrowded nature from the last. In Adventure Time, order truly does spring forth from chaos, and chaos from order. They are a counterbalanced fuel that makes the world tick, as they say. Think of the gods of destruction and gods of creation and the many myths and cultural phenomena from our world today. Without the dark, light has no purpose. So, in conclusion, the Scholars of Golb were those who learned of the secrets of Golb's reset of the universe and desired to become Golb's hands, so to speak, wiping out all life as it had once done, and even imitating the way that Golb functioned.
Well, the Lich's primary function is to cause mass death, and since he can't do that while he's trapped in my time room, he's stuck in a standstill, like a machine without a purpose.
Only moving when there was a chance for mass destruction, on a scale that would cause the universe to reset. They are not forces of nature as Golb is, however, so they were all punished and contained within the shapes around Golb to bar them from disrupting the natural flow of time and space with their blasphemies and incorrect interpretations. Golb was never a god of death and destruction, as they believed it to be, but one of balance and nature, the likes of which stem from chaos as their fuel source. So what do you all think? I would love to hear your thoughts and theories in the comment section below, and make sure to stay tuned for more theories and lore explored here on GP Reads. But until then, as always, keep your eyes wide open and never stop reading. Oh, and stay tuned after the credits for this video's Joke Time with Hootie. Thanks so much for watching. Now I'd like to take this opportunity to thank my patrons and channel members. Thanks to you, I'm able to do what I love. CNK114, Investigator Zeus, Dobby's Music, Java Mullins, Free Spirit Katie, Vexus, Agnieszka, Granny Monster, Nightmare Luna, Lily Ardad, and Elliot the Epic 242. Really, thank you so much for everything you do. It means the world to me.
Why do owls never go courting in the rain? Because it's too wet to woo.